Good afternoon or good morning, depending on the time zone where you are, everyone, and warm welcome to today's webinar. My name is Jukka Haho, and I'm product manager here at the Vertex Systems. I will be your host for this session. And the topic of our webinar today is how to automate file conversion in Vertex BD with Publisher. And we are excited to have our expert Heikki Hassinen here with us. Heikki is going to walk us through how you can leverage the Publisher tool and handle file conversion efficiently and boost your overall productivity. Heikki, before we dive in, would you like to share just a few quick words about yourself?
Hello, also from me. I'm Heikki Hassinen from Finland. I work here as a project engineer, doing customization and teaching our customers how to use Vertex. I've been working here over 28 years now.
Okay, thank you, Heikki. And maybe you could change the slide so that the agenda is visible.
Yes. Let's see.
Before we start, a quick note. This webinar is being recorded and the recording will be made available on your YouTube channel soon, in our YouTube channel soon. So, and you are also welcome to submit your questions at any time during the presentation using the question tab. And we will address as many of them as possible during the dedicated question session right after the Heikki's presentation. And let's get started. And Heikki, the floor is yours.
Okay, let me stop this presentation. And today we are talking about Publisher, but we are also talking about our Sync web-based service to store your project, because this goes hand in hand with Vertex BD. I have few projects here already in Sync, which I'm going to show and how to use Publisher to publish documents to the Sync. I'll open a simple Scandinavian style house with lots of documents already done this project. So Publisher, when you or if you have purchased Sync license, Publisher belongs to that license and is active you as a user in a PD. Also, I have signed in to the Sync. So let's start a Publisher. Publisher interface is shown here. You have different kind of sets of documents. Let's try first these predefined sets, and then I'll show you how to create new ones. Set name here, and then there are documents which are going to be published. And each documents have a different kind of properties. And you might even see a preview. Doesn't look like to work very well there. Okay, I have select set and drawings are going to be converted to PDFs. So I press publish. Okay, nothing to publish. Publishing done. Let's try again. Okay, let's take that one and publish. And now it says publishing done. At this phase, those drawings are stored, or those published drawings are still on your hard drive, but then I push this upload to the sync. And then those drawings are going to the sync after saving this project. Let's see what came here. Published documents. And those were those two drawings came as a PDFs to the sync. Can be viewed here if necessary, and also shared to other people. Okay, so this was the building. Building is still here in my PD. Let's go again to the publisher. Permit drawings. There are also here selected. One is PDF and one is DWG file. Let's take those first floor. Oh, there might be even first floor. Let's try to publish those. Goes like that. Publishing done. And you have to sync this building to get those drawings to the sync. Let's have a look what we got here. Published. Oh, I might have something else.
Just refresh.
Yep, let's try. Okay, now we got lots of more here. So all those new documents seem to be here. Let's have a look how we actually can create a new set, how this system works. So if you want to start basically from scratch to create a new set, you press a new button there and give a name. Whatever you prefer, like that. So then you have a set name. Then what we are going to publish. Press new there, and then we select a file type. What kind of conversion we want to make. Original file format, normally 2D drawings is Vertex, in Vertex is VXP, but now we are converting VXP, for example, to PDF. And then we browse the file, what we are going to publish. And for example, ground floor walls. Okay, ground floor walls. Description, you can change that. File name can be also changed. Kind of tag or thing, the discipline. Then there is this sync label thing, how it's labeled, how you can find this document in sync. You can leave this empty, or you can set here what label does it get in a sync. let's check that later on in a sync side, how it's automated in sync. But of course, you can override that stuff around here. So now there is a PDF file going. Let's create another one. And let's create a DVG file. For example, from same ground floor walls. Or actually, that might be even better maybe to change that PDF file from our drawing. If I ground that one, that would be better. And let's remove that away. Oh, select that one and delete. So now that looks better because this is the original drawing with title block and the drawing borders. Okay, now this set is saved to this building, and usually it's good idea even to save this before you publish. So if something goes wrong, you can always come back to this, and this is, you can reload this when it's saved. So let's try to publish this. And there it goes. And should be.
Did you synchronize?
Oh no. Good. Very good, Jukka. Quite often forget that. And now it's there. Reload. Published. And I might have so many ground floor plans. There is the DVG and there's PDF. Files. Okay, how these were published, but there's also other labels here. How do you find files? Like floor plan drawing, ground floor plan and first floor plan and so on. How these get these what we call labels? It's a kind of classification for the files. How do you find them? They can be found from, it was from here, admin portal and auto labeling. And the discipline style defines, for example, at what label it gets. It was defined there. Also, panel drawings get automatically label panel and published, and so on. Lots of active rules here.
Yeah, you can set up the rules here.
And if you want, with this plus button, you can add more rules if necessary. Was there something else? No, auto labeling. So that's how they get labeled, those documents, when we are publishing here. Let's have a look even more closely. You can define also one discipline around here.
So you can define those properties here, like a discipline or document subtype, for example, and then
Yes.
use these automatic labeling rules to create labels.
Yeah. Yes. Did we have something else?
And then the sync label, you can override those labeling rules. You can write directly the sync label.
Yes. Yeah, with this you can override those automated labeling stuff. But otherwise, they are following those rules in a sync. Let me open another kind of very small building, which I made just an hour ago, and let's make publishing also from here. These are our EU version default sets, and if you want to create new sets, you need to have administrators' permissions to save as a default sets for every CAD user in this environment or customer specific environment. But if you press this building specific, now it copies all these settings to this project. And now, even if you don't have administrators permissions, you can save these modifications. If I press now test, it allows you to create new stuff here. Works same way like the other one. Let's take, for example, that one. Elevations and things like that. Save. And then we can publish that. So that is kind of building specific. And also it's then saved under this project, so it goes with this project. It stays those settings. Even if it's uploaded to sync and downloaded back again. I think I forgot to sync. Let's sync it. So then we might get it to the it's not that webinar 1, but it's webinar 0 project. And if I look published, now there is that one elevation drawing there. Do you, Jukka, remember, should we cover something else?
Yeah, I think more or less we have done it. So now we make a presentation with the sync, but you can also use the publisher without the sync. Say exactly the same functions. So that's the way to how you can automate, and you can create the sets to do the conversions, and then there's the different kind of parameters you can set as well for different object or conversion file types. And for example, you can set up the, for example, DWC file format of what is the version of it and which setup to use to create the conversion. You can control the layer groups and this kind of thing. So there's quite many parameters what you can control on top of those, in addition of those sync labels and sync document types and so on.
Yes, if we look more closely, what we can, for example, for PDF, what we could have here, what kind of properties we can have. There's quite a lot of settings, like Jukka mentioned, for example, layer selections, and even destination path and things like that. Where can I see? Layer set, for example. From there, you can select that, for example, all the layers are published from that drawing to the PDF and things like that. So quite a lot of settings here.
And you can find from manual more information about what you can do.
Yes.
Oh.
Layers selection, for example, is especially good. Another one might be update text macros or things like that. If you need to update for your title blocks and things like that, for example. Okay, do we have something else, Jukka?
Thank you, Heikki. Maybe we go to the questions now. We have a few questions here.
Okay.
The first one is that how we can buy, or how can I buy the sync? The sync is available there. If you go to the my.vertex.fi, you can find our web store there, and it's easy to buy from there. And it's possible to have a 1-month trial before at the beginning.
Yes.
Then there's a question that is it possible to sort the files in sync in some way? Sort the files in sync in some way. They are sorted. For example, if you like to this is a quite good and quite fast way to sort them. If you go to the published, for example, and then there is possible also to sort them there in right-hand side. By name or by type or and so on. So that's it's also possible to sort the list, and using labels you can easily find what you need.
And you can have filters. This is like labels are like acts like filters. So now I have a published floor plans showing here, for example.
Then there was the question that for the conversion of plan, how do I make the most recent file version of the drawing? So I think the system takes care of that it's always taking
it takes automatically. For example, from panel drawings, the latest one is always, when you use the publisher, the latest one is published.
And system warn you if you don't have the panel drawings is not up to date before you go to the publisher.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's the question that can I create IFC files with the publisher?
I think you can answer that better.
Not at the moment, but when you receive the new version, I think it's available in next version 2026 version.
Yes, so I have heard. So 2026, it's available.
Then there's a question about the PDF books. Is it possible to make a PDF book from the many PDFs, and how do you do? So that's the one option there in Publisher to create a PDF book.
Yes. So for example, here new and not single file, but PDF book. And you give a book name, for example, panels, like that. And under that, new and PDF files. And I select, for example, take all panel drawings. Do that, like that. And now I save it, and I don't want to publish that again, so I'll just publish this one. And there you go. And do the sync. should be going there. And it was that webinar 0 which I had opened here. And published. And panels. And that's the document PDF, I think, with all the panel drawings in it.
Yeah, you can open it if you like to. From open this preview, but that is
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Also from that view, you can open the file itself. If you open it to preview, it should show the.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a multiple files in this file.
Yeah.
Then there was the question that can we remove the prefix SE for the published structural drawings? You can actually name the published drawings as you like to. So for example, if you select all the panels, it's possible to rename here the files, create the file names here. What is the like a prefix of the file? I guess you can do it.
I have never tried, but let's try what it makes. Publishing done.
But now you only created the PDF book.
Yes.
Not the PDF files.
Yeah. So yeah, book, but other file names inside the PDF? Don't know. Does it show? Probably don't show. Yes. Where do I have it? Published.
If you open it, you can might see there the files, but the name is not shown here because these are the part of
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
and then
not.
the question. He has a couple of more questions. That can I check the published files from CAD? If you save the project and you go to the publications there, Heikki, you can show that where the published files are.
Okay.
Document browser and publications.
Oh yes. If you mean, yep, their publications.
Just open it.
Yep, and see the files here. And you can open it also from here.
Can you publish the sheets from several buildings in one building? So I think that's publisher is working only in one under the one building. Is it so?
Yes.
But basically, it's possible to. Okay, it's not anyhow recommended, and maybe it's not working with the sync. so from this active building, you can publish the.
Yes, that's true.
And then if it was a little bit unclear that IFC file and publish the IFC file in next version, which will be released in beginning of the or just next year in January, end of January, beginning of February, this IFC support will be available then.
Yes.
Is publisher set up in custom or in project template? It's up to you. If you have saved it to project template, it's there, but by default it is in system or custom side?
Yeah, if you have our standard version, it's on I think it's in a system folder. But if you start to modify and you have administrator rights, it is copied to the custom folder, and that's the normal location for our customers where it locates, because quite easily they start to customize it. And then you have that special tick mark that it's copied to the project.
Yeah.
This one.
Could you, Heikki, now take the presentation again there?
Okay.
And next page. So thank you about those questions. And just to remind you that we have all these webinars, what we have made, you can find from the YouTube. There's the Vertex BD Building Design Software channel. And from there, you will find the webinars playlist. And also this webinar will be there soon. And next webinars in December, we will have a webinar about that how to customize for libraries, how to that way streamline your work. And February 3rd, we will have new version webinars. What are the new features of BD and Sync together? And there will be also webinar in Finnish February 5th.
Yep.
Next slide, please. And thank you for participating in this webinar. And if you like to know anything about the Vertex software solutions, anything more, how it will support your business, don't hesitate to reach us. And you will find our sales contact from that web address, vertexcat.com/contacts. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you also from me. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.